We're in Vilnius, Lithuania, and if you like a drink, this is a fantastic city. So we're going to show you a nice selection of our favourite bars. We're going to have a drink in each one. We're going to say what the atmosphere is like. So when you come to this city, you know where to drink. Let's go. Bar number one, we are at a pub called Republic. So it's kind of an Irish-style pub, bar, I guess, but it's full of really, really good beers. Loads of local Vilnius beers, loads of Lithuanian beers, really great prices. I mean, €3.50, you really can't go wrong. It's a great atmosphere, it's always really loud. It's a Friday night, they've got a DJ coming in. It's a great choice. So bar number two is called Šnekutis. I have no idea what that word means, but yeah, it's cool. It's more like a beer hall kind of vibe. So got this cool Lithuanian dark beer, really cheap. What was it, €3? €3 for a pint, really good. It's a big open plan pace, loads of tables, loads of cool stuff on the wall. Yeah, it's a good vibe, but it's like a 7 or 8 minute walk from the last one. So for number two, Šnekutis. This place does some really, really interesting drinks. It's a really old method of distilling spirits, so they'll be like 30% plus. And they use all sorts of vegetables. So you can get beetroots and carrot vodka, you can get a cherry brandy, this thing called Trabralis, which is a Lithuanian herb, and they're all distilled into these really old-fashioned but very traditional distilled spirits. Yeah, they serve them here, and it's really quite unusual and really quite rare, so this is a real special place. Bar number three, we are at a place called Bix, B-I-X, so it's named after a rock group, and it's a metal and rock bar. Cheap beer, good music, and good food, apparently. Opened in 1995, and as you can see, it's late night and it's packed, so it's just after midnight now. Some of the quieter, more local pubs are closing down, but this sort of place is just getting going. Vilnius can be a really, really late night city, so yeah, into Bix. Our drinks, but it's starting to get quite elbowy at the bar. It's after midnight now, and it's getting busy. As I mentioned outside, Vilnius is a late city. Stuff goes until 5, 6 in the morning, and yeah, it's starting to kick off. So bar number three, Bix. Bar number four, this place is called Spunka, great name. It's literally just over the road from Bax, the last place we were at, like 10 meters. It's essentially a huge, hey Sheriff, it's essentially a huge indoor courtyard, and they've got a load of different businesses. They've got a few bars, a few pubs, they've got a pizzeria, they've got other food places, all centering in this one internal, indoor, covered courtyard. And you can get drinks, food, everything. It's wonderful. So after you've been to that place, number three, come straight in here. This is number four. So for bar number five, we are at Bukowski bar. So it's named after a famous German-American writer called Charles Bukowski. Really characterful, really, really interesting. It's kind of shabby, new age, hipster sort of place. Again, not bad prices. I'm just having a look here. They've got their own beer brewed by a local brewery, and that's €3.20. Some of the imported stuff is a little bit more. Like I've grabbed a cider, an English cider, and that's €6. So some of them can get quite steep. But if you stick to the local beers, really, really good. And I just got a really cool drink. It's a hot whiskey sour. And it is absolutely delicious. It's wintry now and it's really cold. And you got this lovely dried, crispy orange on there, and it's really, really warming. packs a punch. That's fantastic. How much was that one, Ida?
Was €8.
€8 for that, but it's special. That's a really, really good cocktail.
It's by the author, so...
Yeah, and it's a Charles whiskey sour.
Winter Charles Sour, I think.
Winter Charles Sour, yeah, named after Charles Bukowski. It's a great bar. They also do super good food here, so we've been here before and they do these really amazing massive plates of nachos with all the toppings with chili and cheese and jalapenos all over it. It's a really good one. And later at night, it gets super busy in here. It's a really, really popular bar. Really characterful, and it's one of the most famous in Vilnius, so it's another fantastic option. So, bar number 5, Bukowski. In the bathroom, all over the walls, there are quotes from Bukowski's books, and it's a great theme for a bar because Bukowski is famous for being hard-living, heavy drinking, and generally it's quite a sort of subculture around him. He wrote about the people that most other people didn't want to write about. It's a great literary theme for a bar, and I mean obviously it's a really popular one because it's one of the most popular bars in Vilnius, particularly with the younger generations. One thing to note if you are coming here is it looks really unassuming from the outside. Like, we've been here several times, and even today we were walking past and we thought, where's Bukowski gone? Has it closed down? But there's no sign, there's no obvious notice that this bar is here, and the windows are quite tinted, so you could easily just walk past, think it's just a cafe or something. There's just one red stencil in the window saying Bukowski with a big picture of his face. That's all you're going to notice. So if you are looking for it on Google Maps, it is here. Just dig around, you'll find it. We're heading off from Bukowski now, and we were just thinking about where all of these cool bars are. So there are 3 main streets in Vilnius, and they are really, really full of nightlife. They're full of bars, they're full of clubs, full of great places to grab a drink. But in our experience, generally between the old town and the central train station, there are just so many cool places. The central train station sort of side of things is a little bit more rough and ready, a little bit more shabby and a bit hipster, whereas the old town has got the clubs, and it's got your pubs, and it's got your traditional bars. So just explore, go all over the place, check out these bars, these 6 that we're putting in this video, and see what you can find. There are so many places to get a good drink. We're on the way to the last bar called Peronis, which is on the main platform at Vilnius station. But before we get there, we've got this beautiful portal. So this is a video link, a video portal to Poland. I don't know what city it's in. Is it Warsaw? Yeah, it's probably Warsaw, but I don't know. And we can see them and they can see us, and you can wave at people. And we just had some drunk people carrying their friend and waving at us. And it's such a nice idea, you know, the live connection to Poland. There's nobody there, but you know, if there were, they could see me waving. We're at the 6th and final bar of our pub crawl today. So this is called Peronis. And this one is literally on the train station, on the platform at Vilnius Central train station. So you've got all of the big long distance trains going past, all of the cargo trains. It's a kind of edgy, kind of hipstery bar. There's a massive like 5-6 meter high statue of Tony Soprano from The Sopranos outside. Not quite sure why, but it makes for a cool atmosphere. And it's in a slightly rougher part of town, this one, so edgy's the right word for it. They have late night DJs here. Like we came here the other night about 3 o'clock in the morning, and they still wanted €5 for entry because they had a DJ playing. I think it's open till 5 a.m. every night. Amazing cocktails, not the cheapest, €7 or €8 for a cocktail, so kind of edging up to, you know, UK, London prices, but really, really great atmosphere. It's always pretty busy, and yeah, a different bar. It's one to check out for sure. There's also a huge outdoor area, which, as I mentioned, is literally on the platform. You're sitting on the edge where the trains are. Loads and loads of tables out there. It's a huge area. You can do food. I think there's a couple of different places doing food that you can eat here. In the summer, rammed, absolutely packed out there. The whole platform's got people drinking on these really, really cool old bench seats from like I don't know, they look like they're from like the 60s or 70s. A great bar, a great one to finish in. You've got no worry of it closing as it's open so late. Come and check out Aronis at the Central Station. That's the end of our Vilnius pub crawl, and there are just so many bars scattered across this city. Do your research. Go to the ones that we suggested, they're all fantastic. There are so many others hidden around. You can't really go wrong. It's a great city for nightlife. And next, I think it is time for some kebabs. So the next video we're filming is going to be 3 different kebabs in Vilnius. We're going to try them out. We're going to go to some really, really popular ones. We're going to go to some lesser known ones, and we're going to see what it's like. So can you get a good Turkish kebab in Vilnius? I'm drunk. So the question, can you get a good Turkish kebab in Vilnius? We're going to try and answer that next, so make sure you hit that one up. If you enjoyed this video, please hit subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and we will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching.
Išėjimas prie traukinio požeminė perėja.